So, hello everyone, and I welcome all of you to another podcast with my friend Anil, where we are here to discuss about some topics so that people may clearly understand in a simple manner the teachings which I have received during channeling sessions, which sometimes are pretty complex to understand. So, we are here to help all of you to slowly understand the meanings in a simplified manner. And today we are going to talk about I am, and also there will be a grounding exercise because many people, they may require, method of grounding themselves. So before the session begins, this podcast begins, I would like to say that it is requested to all of you to like the video because it will help to reach to other star seeds and light workers and wanderers at this time. So I welcome Anil to the podcast. Hello, Anil.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Thank you very much to provide me this opportunity to be of service in a very little way. So before we start, we have a very interesting topic and very close to my heart. But I just want to say the purpose of this podcast is to raise the understanding and vibration of current human collective. I would encourage each entity to approach these topics with open minds and hearts, seeking to understand the deeper spiritual truths and only accept those thought forms that resonate with your inner heart, leaving behind those that do not resonate with it. So today, the first topic we're going to talk about is I am awareness. This is a very special topic because since, a long time and, if you have heard, people do question themselves who I am. They question themselves, and there has been a very much a spiritual time to question. In fact, the first book, Who I Am, was written by Sri Ramana Bhagwanji, and this was also a Sham channeled their soul journey. He was from fourth density, and we can put the notes on it so you can go. And very nice Sri Ramana, Who I Am, when he wrote when he was 17 years old. And then also later on, there was another very famous book, which is I Am That, which is also from Shri Nisargadatta Maharaj. And he was a very ordinary man, having a shop of just cigarettes in India, and people from all over the world came to him. And very simple man, but he basically got enlightenment and wonderful piece of work. I would recommend if some user wants to read these two books, will be very good. But so I'm going to start what this term means actually, so that at least you get interested and think about is in the context I am, who I am that, and know thyself. They're all the same meaning. When you say know thyself, who I am, actually saying the same thing. I am that also. So the term I am is often referred to the concept of the divine or the ultimate reality. However, this phrase is often associated with the idea of God's, the creator. The I am is found to be seen as an identity of each entity as a divine being and a reflection of divine within oneself. It is used to find the ultimate part of one's connection with one infinite creator. However, many of the religious systems, the attachment to the word I am has been confused with the attachment of the ego function that obstruct spiritual awakening. The true implication of the term I am must be considered without words, but only a sense of awareness of the presence of one infinite creator. Within inner heart, within all which is the presence that is referred to as I am presence or awareness. At the center of your experience is the awareness that you are, that you exist. This awareness is separate and apart from your body and your brain. It can be likened to a tiny computer chip that continues to be programmed by what is experienced by you through your every thought, word, and deed. Your ego function writes the code and you act and react in accordance with that programming. The chip undergoes constant reprogramming as you add, subtract, and change your thought, words, action, attitudes, and beliefs. To continue with the comparison of computer terminology, the active memory is stored within the brain and the stored memory within the cells of the body, the magnetic field that surrounds the body. The body itself can be likened to an alkaline battery. Thus, when its overall pH balance is too acidic, it does not function at its ideal capacity. So, as you can see, when you eat too much acidic food, it's just not good for you when it is called heartburns and all those things. So, we need to keep the pH balance and eat food which are more alkaline. So we really need to know what to eat, how to eat, because, as we have, they have been saying, you are what you eat. And I think I would go much more, not just in it, you are what you consume, both in terms of eating and in terms of idea and thinking, also what you consume in terms of a thinking process. So everything is related. So I think I would like user to really contemplate on what I'm saying today deeply in their heart. So coming back to the topic, your tiny computer chip is your personal connection to the one infinite creator that is pure potentiality in contemplation of itself. In as much as you can know that you are, and that you can observe that you think, act, make decision, observe and experience with the five senses and more, is called self-awareness. It is the portion that is beyond the physical brain function. It is your bit of immortality. Now it is your opportunity to begin to increase your operating system through recognizing and honoring this chip, thus utilizing its potential from bytes to bits, kilobytes, megabytes, and gigabytes. The comparison of a human to a computer is more appropriate than you can imagine. Indeed, computers are modeled from the human's example. Where is this tiny chip that supposedly is the center of the human experience? When the human is dissected, where is this marvelous chip? The answer is, can you see your awareness? That chip is your life force, the breath that is present at birth and that leaves you at death. So you can see, I think I leave it is like very nicely put, by higher beings in a very nice way. And I think you really need to contemplate about this. But I will also tell you a very important example. I don't know if you all have seen a holographic picture ever. So, and if you take a holographic picture and cut into pieces, generally if you take a picture, any picture on paper and cut into pieces, you only have one piece and you don't see. If you have one piece, you can't see what was the picture is. But in a holograph, if you cut a holograph into pieces and you take any piece of a holograph and from that piece you project the picture, you will see the whole holograph as it is, but only smaller in size. This means a small piece of holograph has a potential of projecting the whole holograph from which it came. So I will tell you, a little secret that we are all a tiny holographic fragment of one infinite creator. So, Sam, would you like to add anything to this?
I just want to say that, I think the I am is something, that is beyond the naming, beyond our identity, and it is the truest essence of ourself. I think this I amness occurs when we are just aware. So basically, when we have no thoughts, and when there is no thoughts, our egoic mind as well kind of shuts down. And when we are just aware, it's like a light of awareness. I think that's the I am, which I have experienced many times during meditation and other, aspects. And I think, that's what people have experienced, like Anil was saying, some enlightened masters like Ramana Maharshi, or, he was mentioning. So these people, they have enlightened themselves, through such spiritual practices, and they have discovered the I am presence, which basically is, as is a part of our awareness, in various lifetimes. And I think that's the only thing that never becomes old. Like our body becomes old, but the I am presence, never becomes old. And that's all I wanted to add. Is there anything else?
Now we're going to move to a grounding exercise, a simple, 10-step to know how to ground yourself, and anybody can do it sitting at home, easy, and practice yourself. And you can do it every day in the morning, or when you feel you are ungrounded, you can ground yourself. And hopefully we will build on this, because grounding is very important to do other exercise, because for every exercise or self-healing exercise, you need to ground yourself first. So I will start today, and then we will build on it, like clearing your energy, clearing your aura, clearing the pictures, and other healing exercise, which will be very useful for people. And these times, I think, is important, with so much aura infringement going on everywhere, especially in the cities. People don't realize how much aura infringement happens in crowded places. So I think this exercise will be very useful if some people do practice it, and try them and practice them, and it will help. So first, sit. I will start the 10 steps. So sit in a comfortable chair with your back relatively straight, your feet on the floor, your feet and hands uncrossed, and your eyes closed. Use your breath to bring as much as your conscious presence to the center of your head as possible. Let go any stray thoughts inhibiting this process until you feel centered. Now take a couple of deep breaths. Notice how much your body expands with your breath. What parts do not expand? Consciously expand more of your body with your breath until you are inhaling as far down your spine as possible without strain or discomfort. Do this 2 or 4 times until you feel more alive and present in your body. Feel your feet on the floor. Use your breath to bring more aliveness into your feet. So for the male or men in the listeners, bring your awareness to your first chakra at the base of your tailbone. When I say first chakra, root chakra, or red ray energy center at the base of your tailbone, visualize a tube of spiraling cord of light about 4 to 6 inches in diameter, attaching itself to your root chakra. And for female and women listeners, bring your awareness to your orange ray energy center or sacral chakra, about halfway between your navel and the base of your spine. Visualize a tube of spiraling cord of light 4 to 6 inches in diameter, attaching itself to your second chakra. Now, this is for everybody. Follow this grounding cord visually and see it extending into the earth while your consciousness remains in the center of your head. See the cord moves through the layers of earth until it reaches the center of the planet, where the magnetic core or gravity center is located. You may feel or see the grounding cord simply anchoring and unable to go any further. So, as you can imagine, this rod is now you're imagining is going down to the center of the core and anchor itself like the ship is anchoring and stay there. So, take about half a minute to a minute to breathe gently and feel the changes happening in your body and in your consciousness. After becoming accustomed to the grounding cord, visualize the color of the grounding cord changing. See a full spectrum of colors and see varying shades and texture of each color. Stay with each color long enough to feel its effect on you. Explore many colors as you may think of. So you can feel some colors may feel much closer to your heart, much more affinity. So you can try, you can play, make it fun. And whichever makes you much more resonate with you, keep that color with you. So when you have completed scanning the colors, determine the one you want for now. Remove your original grounding cord by pulling it down and releasing into the earth. Now give yourself a new grounding cord of the chosen color and send it to the center of the earth for grounding. And after a while, open your eyes. So this is the end of a grounding exercise, which you can, in the beginning, you can do every day. You can ground yourself every day. As you practice, you may not need to ground yourself every day, 2 or 3 days, and after 1 week. And then once you learn and you feel grounded and do as and when you need it. So that's this a very simple grounding exercise, very effective grounding exercise. And this is basically a start for any other healing process is to ground yourself. And this will be very important. Once you become practice, it's like a 2-minute exercise to ground yourself what to do. Sam, anything you want to add to this?
No, I mean, that's great. Like, thanks for sharing. Actually, I don't have anything to add to this because it's great grounding exercise, like for people. And also, I think I just need to say thank you to all of you for listening to the session. And thank you to Anil also for sharing the knowledge. So I think it's, unless Anil has something to share, we can close up right now.
No, Sam, this is absolutely fantastic. And thank you for listening. As I would request to pass on this knowledge and share this again to people, because I think if they do these exercises, we're going to start putting this kind of exercises with the knowledge they can practice, because knowing something is one thing, doing something is different. So we now need to start practicing spiritual knowledge we have gained and put in our life in action. So that's it. Thank you very much, Sam. Thank you all.